Hey guys, welcome to DIY Crafts. In this video, I'll show you how to crochet a Lord GANESHA Applique. So let's get started. For this, I'm using a 4-ply yellow color yarn and a 3mm crochet hook. Now begin with the magic ring. Adjust the center by pulling the tail end. Now chain 1 and do 10 single stitches into the center. After making 10 single stitches, close the magic ring and make a slip stitch into the first chain to finish the row 1. Now for row 2, make chain 2, and this chain 2 is considered as first DC in row 2, and now make 1 DC into the same stitch. So now these 2 stitches are together considered as an increase in the first stitch. Now continue to make 2 DCs in each of the next stitches. That means DC increase in each and every stitch. That's the first DC. And make another DC into the same stitch. This is called as a DC increase. So after making 17 DCs, this is how the pattern looks like. Now make one more DC into the same stitch. So this completes 18 DCs. Now the 19th one, and put a stitch marker at this place. This helps us as a reference for our row 3. Now make the last increase and then slip stitch into the first stitch to complete row 2, and by the end of row 2 you should have 20 stitches. Now let's start making row 3. For this, begin with chain 4. Now take out the needle and insert it into the 19th DC in row 2. That is the stitch where we have put the stitch marker. Remove the stitch marker and insert the needle into that stitch and pull the loop through this 19th DC. So this forms a small chain 4 gap. Now slip stitch into the chain 4 gap and chain 1. Now adjust the loop a little bit and make 1 single stitch into the center. Now 1 HDC, 2 DCs. That's the first one and the second one. Adjust the gap as shown. Now chain 3, that's 1, 2 and 3. Now slip stitch into the chain 1. This is called as a picot, and this forms the tip of the crown. Now continue the pattern. Make 2 DCs, that's the first DC, and make another DC. Then make 1 HDC, that's half double crochet, 1 single stitch, chain 1 and slip stitch into the gap. This completes the crown. You can see the shape. Now make 2 single stitches in the next 2 stitches. That's 1 single stitch and the second single stitch. Now it's time to make the first ear, so slip stitch into the next stitch. Chain 2 and another chain 2 for picot stitch. So make a slip stitch into the second chain from the hook. This is a chain 2 picot. Now make 2 DCs into the same stitch. That's 1 DC and then the another one. You can see the shape of the ear because of the picot. Now in the next stitch, make another 2 DCs into the same stitch. Now chain 2 and slip stitch into the same stitch. So this completes the first ear. You can see the shape of the ear. Now make 4 single stitches in the next 4 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3 and the 4th one. Here is where we are going to work trunk part. So for the trunk, make chain 12, after making chain 12, leave one chain from the hook and make a single stitch in the next chain. Now for the next 3 stitches, make a SC together. Drop a loop from each of the chain in the next 3 stitches and make a single stitch. This is called as SC decrease, and then make 7 single stitches. That is 1 single stitch in each of the next 7 stitches. After making 7 single stitches, make a single stitch into the next stitch in the base. So we have used 2 stitches in the base to make the trunk. Now you can see the shape of the trunk. Now let's continue. We have done 1 stitch already. So make rest of the 3 single stitches. That's the second one, third one and the 4th one. Now in the next 2 chains, we are going to make the ear. For this, make a slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 2 and make 2 DCs into the same stitch. That's the first DC, and make another DC. Then make another 2 DC in the next stitch. Now chain 2 and make a picot. That's the slip stitch into the second chain. Now chain 2 and slip stitch into the same stitch. This completes the second ear. Now make the last 2 single stitches in the remaining 2 stitches and make a slip stitch into the base of the crown in the next stitch. Then chain 1 and trim the remaining thread. Now weave in all the ends, and this completes the base of Lord Ganesha Applique. Let's add some detailing to the applique to make it more attractive. I am using some kundans and black thread to decorate it. This applique can be used as embellishments on dresses or door torans. Can be used as a keychains and also as a Rakhi. Do give it a try and let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. See you all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, share it and subscribe to DIY Crafts.